Hey, welcome back to Yoga Therapy Thursdays. This week we're talking about external and internal rotation of the shoulders. In today's world, we spend a lot of time in internal rotation. We're internally rotated to look at our phone, we're internally rotated to type on our keypad. So today we're going to focus on external rotation. In yoga, there are a lot of poses that involve external rotation, especially things like down dog or even in child's pose. When you lift your arms up overhead and turn your palms inward, that's actually external rotation. It's a little tricky, but you have to take your arms down to notice that this is actually external rotation and not internal rotation. So if you externally rotate your arms and lift your arms up in down dog, there's a pronation with the hands, but it's still external rotation through the shoulders. If you don't practice down dog or do yoga in general, there's some really simple things that you can do to get yourself into more of an external shoulder rotation. The simplest thing is to lay on the floor, palms rotate up towards the ceiling. That gets us into that external rotation. But take another step further, draw the shoulders away from the ears, and maybe walk the shoulder blades underneath the back. The gaze goes up towards the ceiling. Make sure your low back feels nice and comfortable, and just lay here. Tuck your chin just a tiny bit to lengthen the back of the neck. If laying on your back doesn't get you into deeper external shoulder rotation, you can try rolling up a towel or a blanket or another yoga mat. Place it lengthwise on your mat or on your floor and line up your spine with the roll that you've made. So depending on how long your mat, towel, blanket is, it might come all the way up to your tailbone, it might go further back. You don't need to sit on your roll to benefit from this stretch. And carefully lower yourself down. Make sure you're laying your spine directly on whatever you are on. I like a little head support, so I'm moving my towel up just a little bit. My feet are on the mat, tempting wider than hip distance, allow my knees to fall in, and tuck those shoulders underneath the back, palms go face up, and then tuck the chin just a little bit. If the towel is too much, but laying on the floor is not enough, or you don't feel like you're actually getting that stretch through the front side of the body to help with external rotation, you can use something a little heavy, preferably something soft. In yoga, typically we have sandbags. I don't have sandbags, but I do have these nice heavy bogo blocks. They're made out of wood. They're not too heavy, so they should be a nice touch for this. You can lay down on your back, and you may want a little help to place the blocks or sandbags or whatever else you're using with a little bit of weight. I've already lined up my blocks so they're in line with my shoulders. And just carefully place one on one shoulder, one on another. And then again, externally rotate the arms, palms go up. Maybe walk the shoulder blades underneath the back. Oh, the very last one. I'm going to readjust. And that gentle added weight helps to open up through the front side of the body and increase the external rotation in the shoulders. So if you already have a yoga practice or find yourself really open through the front side of the body, but want a little bit more out of your external rotation, you can try supportive cushion blocks. So here I have some bogo blocks. They're nice and round, so it gives a gentle curve into the spine instead of just laying flat on blocks. I have two that'll be an inch or so apart to support my spine, and then another one at the top of the mat to support my head. You might want to play around with the different heights that you have and the different types of blocks that you have. So just like when we laid down on the ground and on a roll, tuck the shoulders underneath the back, maybe tuck the tailbone a little bit, palms go face up, and allow yourself to relax into the pose. Thank you for joining me this week on Yoga Therapy Thursdays, where we talked about external rotation through the shoulders. Don't forget to check out my co-host, and we'll see you next week.